Well, we didn't go snowboarding today. It's pretty unfortunate. It's because the roads are blocked and the other way up I think it required chains, and I don't, I mean, I do have chains, but my car just isn't, it's a little hatchback, so it's not really equipped to get up there. I don't feel that it's a safe call trying to drive up there just because I want to spend a couple of hours riding down a mountain. So the safer call was to just kick it back in town, and that's exactly what we did. Not going to complain though. We just chilled at home for the most part. I just letting my body recover because it is sore today. Let me tell you, like everything right now is in pain, even my legs. And I'm like, oh man, I was really dreading it too because I thought I was doing legs tomorrow, but it's even worse. We're doing shoulders tomorrow, and my shoulders are still pretty sore too. But I'll make the call tomorrow. I'll do a couple of warm-up sets, and I'll see how like I feel. I'll put on some weight, and then I'll see where my reps in reserve are. That way, I could assess like how much weight I need to do. If I can't really go heavy, then I won't. If I can go heavy with like maybe 2 or 3 movements out of the 5 or 6 that I'm gonna do, then I'll do that as well. But for the most part, I do want to maximize volume. I forget which one it was. I'm sorry, no content, but I want to maximize volume to where like I could recover enough to when the next time I do it, I'm good to go. And I'm actually doing the same thing in putting like the reps and the sets. That way, filling out all 4 of those categories. I'll talk about more of the 4 categories actually, because it's as if I'm talking to no content here, and we totally are talking about something really, really specific. But I'll dive more into that. But to keep it short, there is a range of reps and sets that you can do. And depending on what you're trying to do, whether it's trying to put in the most amount and still recover, or put in the minimum amount so that you don't have to put in more than that and you still get an optimal amount of gains, and so on and so forth. I think I'll dedicate a full video to that. But another thing that I wanted to talk about was, and I thought about this as I was buying my shake today. Obviously, right, you want to think about, how much is this really costing me on a day in, day out basis? And I tried running the numbers, and I didn't really want to see how much I was spending over a month. I wanted to really, really calculate and get it crunched down to exactly how much I'm spending per day. And some of the things, or a couple of things to consider, are the food that you're eating. If you are walking to the gym, then I wouldn't really consider that, but I'm considering the gas that I spend because I take a car to the gym, so that's another thing. And then I also consider the gym membership. So all of those come into play, and what I did was, for the gym, I took the monthly cost and I divided it among 30 days just to give me like a day cost. And I did the same thing with gas. So for the gym membership, it's costing me about $2 a day. And for gas, it's about $1 a day because I'm spending about 30 bucks a month. So far, that's putting me at $3 a day, not including my food or the shakes that I'm taking. As for the food, if I do grocery shopping, for example, my meals are averaging out to about $3 to $5 a meal, right? And I'm assuming that I'm having about 2 meals a day, right? So I'm spending anywhere between $8 to $10 on average a day if I'm buying groceries. And I don't even want to account like the time that I'm taking to cook because like that's gonna just it's gonna mumble up a lot more math. But to keep it simple, it's costing me about 10 bucks a day on food alone if I'm doing groceries. That's not every day though, obviously, right? I do go out to eat, and I get a double. I get 2 of them. I get like a chicken bowl or 2. I get Chipotle, all that stuff. And each of these average out to about, from the low end of like $8 per serving to like as high as like $15 or $16, it averages about $14, right? Just to like keep it even, about $14 per serving. So that's about $28, right? So you could spend anywhere between $10 to $28 a day on average, whether you're buying groceries or you're eating out. So if I include that, and let's keep it on the low end, just to say like, let's just say I'm doing just groceries, okay? If I'm doing just groceries, that's 10 bucks a day plus the $2 a day for the gym membership plus $1 a day for gas. That puts me at $13, not including the 3 shakes that you take or that I'm taking for the day. And the 3 shakes, I tried to calculate the price of like a bucket if you were to buy like a full protein bucket for, I think it's like 35 or something dollars. It averages about like $2 a scoop. So $2 for every like shake that you have, which is about $6. So you're spending on the low end, if you buy like the powder, about $15 to maybe $16 a day. That's the gym membership, gas, food from groceries, and the bucket of protein. If you're not doing that route, obviously, like for me, I'm buying a shake in the morning, which is about $9, and then I'm buying the pre-made shakes, which can range between like $2 to $5 a piece. So I'm putting that at $4 each. So if I have 2 of those, even if I have 3 of those, that's $12. But if I have 2 of those with the $9 shake, that's $17. So if you include all of that, that's like $15 plus $6. At minimum, you're spending about $20 to $21 a day just to be fit. That's about $600 a month. Look, I might be pushing the numbers up, and I'm sure it can actually be a lot cheaper if I really, really break it down. But if I'm just being realistic, if I'm the average Joe like myself, like going to the grocery store, buying X, Y, and Z, or if I don't go to the grocery store, I'm spending it on the I'm spending on the little, or I'm spending on the higher end. For example, like I could be spending about, that's 28 plus 8 plus 9, 17. So that's 15, 35. Wow. So I could be spending $38 a day sometimes if I'm buying my shake, buying the pre-made shakes, and then going out to eat. let's just say $40 a day. That's about $1,200 a month. That's a nice pickup truck. But look, we choose what we want to spend our money on, and we justify the cost with the results that we get, or, you know, with the satisfaction that we get after we spend what we spend our money on. I choose to spend it on this, and you know what? If anyone wants to talk about it, leave a comment. But I don't regret it 1 second. I'm absolutely loving it. And like, look, it's not like I'm spending it on like useless things, right? It's literally going to my health. Like, this is like the cost of like actually eating food and like staying fit and being healthy. So if that's what it costs, like, I mean, I'm not really doing much else. I'm not really drinking or anything. Like, we go out, but not to an extent where like it's every weekend, you know? So it's totally fine. Like, that sounds pretty normal. $1,200 a month. That, and again, that's on the high end if you're eating from restaurants, and if you're buying food, ordering Uber Eats and all that stuff. Like, on the low end, it's costing about $20 or like $600 a month, right? And that's like the average cost of like monthly groceries anyway. So it really does make sense. And just keep in mind, that's not just groceries. That includes the gym membership as well as gas. But on to what I ate and worked out on for the day. Today was back day. Oh my goodness. I really pushed for 4 sets each movement. And now, like, again, constantly chasing that pain. I'm a little worried because, like, I don't want to go too ham and be too sore to where, like, it's taking me more than 4 days to recover. So I have to tone the ego down a bit and just realize that, you know, I'm doing this for the long haul. I'm trying to do this beyond 100, beyond 100 days. So take it easy a bit, and if it calls for it, go light. But for today, we are at about 4 out of 8 pints of water. What time is it? Wow. I actually, I have to get to gulping. But yeah, we're about 4 out of 8 pints of water. But for food, we're pretty much done. 192 grams of protein and 2,040 calories. Like I said, it was back day, so we did the high row for 40 total reps, the rear delt flies, I apologize, for 40 total reps, the lat pull down for 40, the back extension for 40. I did sit-ups today. I took a break from the plank flutter kick crunch combo, and the sit-ups were still pretty gruesome. I did 60 total reps of that, 4 sets of 15 at my body weight. The low rows, I did 40 reps of those, and then I did a new movement, the cable pullovers, which I'm a pretty big fan of, and I was only able to do 30 reps of those, that one being the last set that I had for the day, and my back was just cooked. I wanted to do the last set beyond that, but my back was, it was hurting. So like, I was like, you know what, I'll call it a day, and I'll go hard tomorrow or something. But that is what we did. I want to weigh myself tomorrow, day 40. I weighed myself just right now, and holy crap. I mean, I know, like, obviously there's all of that stuff that I ate for the day, and I need to weigh myself in the morning just to get an accurate representation. But if we want to, you know, even just test like the tempo, I'm at 175 from 165 on Sunday. So over the span of 5 days, like 2 pounds a day, yeah. most likely water weight and a bunch of the food that I ate. So I'll weigh myself tomorrow morning, and then I will report back here. But until then, we'll see y'all.